Hey guys, Tyrant here. Once again back at it with a new deck tech in match 1. Okay, this time we're going over Dredge-less Dredge, which won the poll we put up on Twitter that I mentioned in the last episode. And I'll go ahead and put this out there for the guys that wanted Abs and Rye. That will be the next one right after these 3 matches finish and this deck tech is over, okay guys? So don't be too upset. Just throw you can forward to that, and who knows, maybe you'll like Dredge-less Dredge. Okay, let's get into it. The mana base is relatively stock, just green back ends. There is one blue pathway just in case we get lucky. We do have a lot of ancestors to be able to cast on Narcomoebas and Prized Amalgams. But if we're doing that, we'll probably not win that game anyway most times. So, only one. We are also testing out 2 Eye of the Hive Tyrant. I really like this one in testing. Just a creature we can grab off of all of our artifacts instead of Wayfinder. Seems super good, and Menace is always a thing. And Graveyard Hate from opponents, but that doesn't come up too often except against like the mill control. Okay, and our 1-drops. We have Stitcher Supplier. Mills 3 when it enters, Mills 3 when it dies. It's just a 1 mana 1/1. This card seems super innocuous, but it is super powerful. There is a reason why this card is a $5 uncommon from M19, not just because it's from a core set. Okay, in our 2-drops, we have Narcomoeba. If you've ever played Modern and if you've ever seen Dredge, you know this card. Ignore the mana cost. We're not paying that. It is a 0 mana 1/1 when you mill it. That's flank. That is super good for the rest of the cards we're going to mention in this thing, and I'll bring it back up then. Okay. Next one is one of our force mirrors, but this one is the one you want to cast last. This one reveals the top 5 cards of your library. You choose a creature card, and the rest to the graveyard. And then the reason why you want to cast the last is Spell Mastery. If there are 2 more instant sorceries in your graveyard, you get to get 2 creatures instead of 1. Super good value. Sometimes a 2 for 1. And it just costs 1 in a green. Super good. Satyr Wayfinder is our next mill and one of our other creatures. 2 mana 1/1. Super bad stats, but it does mill full, and you grab a land out of all of them. Like I said before, grabbing an Eye of Hive Tyrant off of this or just fixing your mana is super good. And then our next one, Grisly Salvage. This is probably our best mill effect just because it's 5 cards and it's done at instant speed. Which for some things that does matter. Which we'll go into for like Prized Amalgam, Narcomoeba, and stuff like that. Okay, and then next one we have is a new one from Strixhaven. So, I know Strixhaven seems like a million years away, but that was just last set. This one is Witherbloom Command. This card is super good. One, because it's already going for what you want to do, milling cards with its forced ability of mill 3, choose a land from your graveyard and put it back into your hand. Its next one is just main deck artifact and enchantment hate for the ones we care about, which is like Cage and Rest in Peace. This card automatically answers it, and we don't have to side any cards in or out to already have the effect in the main deck. Next effect is limited removal, -3, -1, sorcery speed. Has been incumbent to kill, and then the last one is just a drain 2, gain 2. All of these effects I can definitely see coming in some parts and matchups, and the fact that it can do 2 of those of your choice for 2 mana, it's super great. Next one, in the 3s, we got Silversmote Ghoul. This card 3 mana, 3/1. Super bad stats on the head, but if you gain 3 life during your turn, he comes back for free from the graveyard. Which will come back when we talk about Creeping Chill. And then just 2 mana, sacrifice him, draw a card. Sometimes you do that if you know you have ways to gain life. Next one is Prized Amalgam. This is probably the best creature that comes back, just because it does so for free and it's easier to plan around. And you can do cute things like playing around rafts by doing stuff at instant speed, like we said with Grisly Salvage to bring back a Narcomoeba, to bring back a Prized Amalgam on their second main phase. On their instep. So, in order to do that, there is an important thing to play with this. If you are bringing back stuff on your opponent's turn, you want to do all the effects in your opponent's second main phase. That way, when the Prized Amalgams come back, they come back tapped and then untap on yours, and you can immediately attack, and you're able to play around rafts that way. Okay. Enough about Prized Amalgam. Super good card. 3/3 for 3 that we're never going to cast. Usually at 3/3 for 0. Creeping Chill is one of the upgrades we got, I believe, last year or the year before in the Ravnica sets. 4 mana, deal 3, gain 3. Or if you mill it, you do that effect for free if you exile the card. Super good card. Super free spell. So happy we got that back then. Okay. Then we got Haunted Dead from Eldritch Moon. I believe that's the set symbol. 4 mana, 2/2 that makes a 1/1. So 4 mana for 3 power and 3 power and 1 of it flying. Ain't too awful, but its second ability is why we only play 2 of them and why we want it. It just discard our extra Prized Amalgams, and just so you guys do know, if you discard Prized Amalgams to Haunted Dead, when Haunted Dead comes back, the Prized Amalgams you discarded do see Haunted Dead come back. So once again, you want to do that on your opponent's second main phase to play around rafts if you can. Okay, next one is just one of the old escape cards that isn't busted, it isn't Euro. It is a 4 mana 6/6, and if it takes damage, it uses that many counters, and it fights for 3 mana, and then it comes back, escapes for, say, for 6 other cards, and it comes back as a 12/12, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Comes back as a 12/12 with the counters on it. Okay, and then the next best physical card, I'll pull this out just so you guys can see it a little bit better, is Driven to the Spill. This card is until end of turn, creatures you control gain trample. And whenever this creature does damage to a player, draw a card. And then the Spear, which is super good against control, or just call decks that like to hold out cards in their hand. Whenever your creatures gain menace, and when they deal damage to a player, they do that. They discard that many cards for each creature that dealt damage. Super good card, super good control, and super good against most things, to be honest with you. Okay. And then in our top end is one Gurmag Angler as just a 5/5 threat that we're usually casting for 1 mana. So, kind of free to add as a 1-of. Okay, now let's get a sideboard. Fatal Push for creature matchups where we want to kill stuff. Thoughtseize for control and combo. Go Blank for combo plus Phoenix and Demir control. Mind Rot with an XR effect is super good against Dig Through Time. Just saying. Wilt is the artifact enchantment removal we're going with right now, just because it doesn't have the imitations of something like Return to Nature, and we could play something like Back to Nature, but not hitting stuff like Cage is kind of annoying. And then in that same vein, we have Abrupt Decay, which is a little bit more general in what it can hit, and it can against stuff like Uru and Soul. Their soft answers can't really answer it because can't be countered is always good. And then Assassin's Trophy once again for the control matchup. This is a catch-all for everything, Kill the Teferi, stuff like that. Or just a catch-all against anything. And then Dampening Spell for the Otis matchup that's been coming back. And Phoenix too. Because we're usually just a cast one spell and done type of deck. Real good sorcery speed. Well, guys, that's the deck tech. If you have any questions, ask in the comments below or me on Twitter. Okay, let's get into match 1. Hey guys, let's jump into game 1. This hand has 2 Morgans in it effectively already. But we have 2. This is probably fine. It's a little bit close, but it's probably fine. Well, on the draw. Tapped Overgrown Tomb. Pass. This is the worst card in our hand, but there's not much we can do about it. Okay, opponent's on what looks like Feather. That's a god-awful draw. Well, I guess let's get a Biako out, though. And we miss our hit. 2 Silversmotes and a Narcomoeba. Always yes. Always yield. Okay. And then pass. We have 2 creatures. It's fine. Nothing really punishes this here. Game 1. Yeah. Red, white, something. Probably just red, white, heroic. Biako. Protect yourself from too much damage. Okay. Let's gather here. Normally we would want a Grisly Salvage. God, that's awful. Okay, well, I guess... Yeah. Okay, cool. Our draws have been god-awful this game. Yeah, Polukranos the bin, that costs 6 mana to get back. Okay, yeah, just Naya Feather. Okay. We just take that there. Let's try to hit the end off his Wayfinder. I mean, I guess. Always yes, always yield. Getting a bit aggressive with this Narcomoeba. Okay, those two guys come back. They're probably feuding based on how many hands they have, and the fact they haven't actually cast a non-creature spell this game yet. If we draw a end, we're probably just driven into the spell. Okay. Decide on what you want to do for your scries. Because this Wayfinder is definitely being tossed in front of this district. Okay. Probably just get, yep, you're probably dogging this guy, that's fine. Well, we're going to be tossed under this instead then. This one's going to be big. No, it's the same? Okay. Toss this guy underneath, take 5. We have 2 more Creeping Chills on our deck. Draw. Okay. Driven. Means we're just taking 3, 4, 5. 5 next one? Okay. Come on, opponent. And we just attack. You have a Reckless Rage you could use, I guess. Just a strike. Okay. That's fine with me. You get a counter 4, 5, 6, 7 right now. 8. Taking 8 next one. Actually, we can... Do we want to draw the extra card, or do we just want to attack for 6 and hold back this Narcomoeba? This is 6, 7. That doesn't change our calc, so we're just going to hold back this Narcomoeba. That's a good draw. That's an awful draw. To be honest, we really want to hit a Haunted Dead in the graveyard. Kazu's Fury. They're playing a lot of the Spellians and Madonna. I mean, not Madonna. That's a completely different thing. Mavida. However you want to call board Professor. Yeah, with that card. I wonder if that's worth giving up yours. You get Feather and you get Mavida. However you want to pronounce that card. It may be worth giving up yours. Yeah, I'll take the damage. This Narcomoeba is blocking somewhere. Okay. Okay, so we're going to do everything that I wanted not to happen, but that's fine. So yet Supplier. Okay. Yet Grisly Salvage. Do we want the end? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wayfinder. I think we'd rather have the Wayfinder here. Okay, and then pass. Because we have how many F now? What's an XL? We got one more. Yeah, one more Creeping Chill. Probably doesn't know that though. Okay. Okay, we have drawn both of our Haunted Deads, which we wanted to just toss him in. If they want to kill him, that's an extra mill 3. I think casting Haunted Dead here is more important. That gives us a creature that's a different color. So if they have a protection spell, they can't just cheese us out. And then next turn we can do an all-out attack and then crash Creeping Chill. Okay. Come on, opponent. Let me do my unfair things. Stop this board star. Oh. Green white show of confidence. Got it. You only cast one spell, that's fine. That gets to bring back the protection spell. Okay. You get a name back with that. Oh, bring back self-confidence. Okay, cool. Okay. So we got 3/5 Vigilance Trample. we're going to toss the Haunted Dead underneath this because we want to be able to discard, right? That's how this works. Oh, we could give some menace and they can only block one creature here, so then they would take -3, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we did it that way. I actually think we take this then. Because this is just 3. Okay, so actually, let's do this then. You a coward, opponent? Our opponent is a coward. Sad. Okay. Use 3. Get back my Silversmote Ghouls. Okay, opponent. And then next turn they're dead if they don't gain knife in some way. Yep. Okay, cool. Good game on that one. Let's go to sideboarding. Okay. Against opponent. Fatal Push seems good. Abrupt Decay seems good. Okay. Gather Pack seems like the worst choice we have here. Probably down. Gurmag Angler is hard. It doesn't die to Reckless Rage, which is important here. It's probably down the Narcomoeba and then down one more down Satyr Wayfinder blocks though, which is the important part here. And then down one Driven to Dispel. They empty their hand out usually too well. This isn't at control. Okay. Oh, good old Magic Onion being Magic Onion. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. This is a mulligan effectively. Rest his hand is fine though. I think this is fine. Okay. Ooh, that was hot. Okay. Opponent has decided that they have seen enough. That was a good match one. I think our opponent got destroyed by that 2-for-1 we just did with command, but it is what it is. Okay, thank you guys for watching.